I had a job a little while back where the person had made all of their light connections outside of an electrical box. So they had ran a wire into the box, mounted their light, and then ran their wire outside of the box and then made a connection. And of course it was really difficult to go back and run some new wire and fix everything. But somebody reached out to me about this box and it would have saved me a lot of time repairing that job. One extremely crucial principle that all homeowners should know, or any electrician should know, is that wherever there's a break in a wire, wherever you're going to make what's called a splice, meaning you're going to put two wires together, whether you use wire nuts or any type of connector, this connection that's made needs to be put in an electrical box. And electrical boxes can look pretty different for whatever application you're using them for. And a box isn't just required for when you have a break in two wires, it's also required whenever you're going to hook up an outlet. Say for this 12-2 wire come into this box, say there isn't going to be a piece of Romex that carries on to another outlet. I would still need all these wires connected up to an outlet in a box, A, to hold the outlet in place with the box, but also so all of the electrical connections are contained within the box. So this is something that does happen. Somebody either not knowing or just doesn't care went and made a connection like this, didn't put it in a box. This might be in an attic space or down in a crawl space, out in a garage, maybe in a basement. And so all they did is they just took two wires together, wire nutted them together. Maybe it's something where they ran out of wire, or it's a situation where the wire got nicked or broken or something. They just hurried and wire nutted it together and forgot about it. But now you bought the house, or there's some other situation where this needs to be fixed before you can sell a house. So this is where this box from Racketeers comes in. To use this box, the first thing you'll do is get it mounted so it's solid. You don't want to just hook up the wires and just have the box just laying around, because that's also illegal. So there's multiple places to put screws. So you'll go ahead and mount this box tight. You'll bend these tabs in. And then you'll put your wiring in, however you have to make it work. Put your wiring in the box. And then you'll close the lid, which is also required. Even if you have the connection in a box, it still doesn't matter, it needs to be contained. So you'll go ahead and close the box and close down on these screws that are mounted in with the box. And now you have a perfectly legal splice or connection. I live in an old farmhouse, so when we moved in I had a ton of electrical work to fix, including getting rid of a bunch of knob and tube. So I don't have any legal connections, so I just kind of made one here. You may need to move the wire a little bit just to make sure that you're not in the way of anything. Keep in mind, whenever you mount one of these boxes, or any electrical box for that matter, it cannot be covered up by drywall or anywhere else. It has to be accessible. So if I was ever going to put a hard ceiling on here, meaning I was going to drywall it or something like that, I would have the boxes connected like I installed this box. Put this box in after we moved in, and I just plugged in my lights to it. And what I can do is run drywall across the floor joists, and I won't have an illegal connection. The box won't be covered up. One day we might put a drop ceiling in the basement, and so with the drop ceiling, obviously I can move a tile and the box will still be accessible, so this would be perfectly acceptable to put a box in this area. You want to make sure that the jacket is completely intact going into the box. So this might require you to loosen up some staples. If this was a real connection, of course I would tap the staple back down, but you might have to loosen some staples up down the line to make sure you get a little bit of length to comfortably put the wires in the box. When you go to use one of these, the instructions are also on the inside of the door. So these boxes are awesome for repairs. Something I've seen a lot is there'll be a piece of Romex on the other side of a floor joist, and somebody will go drill a hole trying to put plumbing or something through there and then nick that Romex on the other side of the wire. So this would be great for that, for repairs, or if there's just something that isn't up to code, you can go make it up to code with this box. So make sure you use a little bit of common sense whenever you're making a repair using this box. There's no instructions that tell you where to mount the box, how to mount the box. I've given you a little bit of instruction as far as, make sure that you don't cover up the box, make an illegal connection. And of course, do all this at your own risk. Also, just a reminder, electricity is dangerous, so definitely respect it. The link for these boxes will be down below. We're so grateful for everyone to support our channel. Thanks for watching.